Lord. Okay, so y'all know we see a lot of the glamorous side, a lot of the touristy sides, but to see that one room just open, one room house.
Yeah.
Now we know of shotgun houses where you gotta go through one room to reach every room, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one room for entire family, not just immediate family, but extended family. Ooh.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell.
Because we're on the road to 100K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Cape Town, the oldest city in South Africa and its legislative capital. Throughout the country, there is today a struggle between the government and the millions of South Africans of all races who are opposed to racial discrimination. Most of the non-whites are colored people, who, with Malays and Indians, make up over half the population. Many non-white families have been established here for over 300 years, living peacefully side by side with their white neighbors and sharing a common pride in the country they've helped to build. Let us look at them more closely and see what sort of people they are and what they do and how they live.
The country only cater for the people that is beneficial to them and not for the indigenous, the aboriginal, descendants of the Khoisan.
It's just the peaceful part. Every time we react to the history, we have to take a break from recording after that.
Yeah, this probably going to push us to the edge again.
So, okay, come on.
Don't get acknowledged about our spiritual laws, so we don't acknowledge physical laws that's made by man. My name is Colin, Mr. Grip, straight from Hout Bay, Cape Town, South Africa, you know. This is where the Bushman actually started, though, the evolution, the revolution, civilization. Fight against the war, apartheid in our blood. Bloodshed is going on, the Khoisan, the Bushman been slaughtered and tortured. They talk about democracy, they talk about equal rights, but they don't show it, you see. They don't attain it, you see. It's every day is war.
Okay, so he's Khoisan. But it's giving Jamaican.
Yeah, his accent don't sound like, he in Cape Town.
Yeah, it's giving Jamaican. Let's see.
You know, TV also lie to the people. Tell the people, a lot of brainwash education, you know.
Yeah, my friend. The people are suffering here, my bro. Tough life here.
Me too.
You know most tough life here in this place. Yeah, my friend. Cape Town,
Yeah, my friend.
Even as an MC, I promote, you see, mind control, you know, because that is what they do. You see, if they control your mind, they control everything, you know, because your mind is the strongest part in the body. This is God's land. This is our people's land. Why they come and take out the land from us? Leave us as we are.
We had a solid agreement with the community in 2007 and in 2008 that there would be no more invasions.
They sold agreements saying that there would be no invasions. You sold an agreement.
No, not so. We had a solid agreement.
Oh, a solid. That's an I.
Accent. Yeah, it's
That's
her
an I, I
accent.
know. Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I'm about to get in that. Like, how you sell to the people that?
We want you to have the opportunity. The next fundamentals of
He was Jamaican. One, two, three into the four. Doing this reaction so y'all know it's finna go. Talking about the real, talking about the goods. Okay. That ain't the same guy.
Definitely looks
Hey, that ain't the same. It look like about he aged.
The whole universe is upset.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm not just talking about just people, because the universe isn't controlled by us. The whole universe is upset for the way people are treating people, because that wasn't our job to do here. We were nurturers. We was look after the earth, the animals, the sea, the ocean, the fish, and especially people. 7 white nations come here, and they built their countries out of Africa wealth. That's why cry blood, Africa, cry blood. Africa, cry blood. Kora people, Korana,
Well, I thought that was real.
from the Cape.
right.
Originally from the Cape. Aboriginals. From here, Hamburg. Headquarters, Hamburg. Katshuis Korana. Now the 3 languages, national language, is Kora, Bushman, and Nama. 3 national languages of Africa. Bushman and Kora people did interlink and get married to each other. They were good friends. They used to share. In the 1940s something, they started calling my people colored. But before that, we were Buster. And before that, we were Khoi. So it is convenient for the settler to do that so that he can live in peace. First, murder all the Khois out of Hamburg, and the ones that got away from the genocide ran to Kimberley to hide there. The ones that stayed here was a boerklong, who was obeying and saying, ja baas, nee baas, not and because means yes in Kukugowap. Means no in Kukugowap.
That's the conversation.
Khoi language. Now if you say then...
Now it's like basically saying when they came, they didn't necessarily understand the core language, but they knew what yes and no meant, and they would ask them simple questions like this, that, and the third, and they needed to say yes. Of course, right? It's like, yes, boss. That's what they wanted to hear them say.
The settler hits you with the butt of his gun, and he cracks your skull, because you're supposed to say, not or you're supposed to say, ja baas, nee baas. The settler taught the Khois how to murder, how to rape, how to rob, all those things. If he says to you that your brother has been rude to him, and you and your father and your cousins must beat him to death and bury him in the hole at the back of the house.
Wow.
There was a hole on every farm for the Khoi who doesn't shut up.
So here we still have the remnants of the plantations are still here for you to go visit and learn about the history of that time period. And they still have a lot of the slave quarters are still standing, and you'll still see like remnants of the old things that they used to subdue the enslaved people.
Yeah, 100%. For instance, there was this one story I was listening to, and this gentleman was saying how he was able to control his slaves because the old slave owner was kind of like getting ran over, like it wasn't listening to him.
Yeah.
And he said this is how you can control them. And basically the same thing as this, but there was that one slave that forced him to start speaking out. So he would say, there's anyone with concern on how y'all feel we should do things, please speak. And then the slave would speak up. They would make an example out of him and say, this is what we shouldn't do. That way, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure there was a lot of breaking like that too, you know?
Yeah, and like you can almost see in the ground the different things that they built just to teach them a lesson. You know, so him saying that kind of made me think of that.
Yeah.
Child of now. And every generation has a chance to change the world.
Every
It is time
generation.
for all Aboriginal people, Khoi people all around the whole world to rise up now and speak against the evil.
Yeah, man, Rastafari.
Oh,
Up
he
in this place.
is.
Up in the pitch.
We should have known when he was saying, yeah, man. Real
Ah,
talk.
oi. Are man, listen, one.
Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't know that culture. Well, I mean, we have people who practice Rastafari in the United States. Now, I may not have said it correctly. I'm not of that culture, so give me grace. Okay, so okay,
Yeah.
I could see it being in Cape Town and anywhere else,
Yeah, I feel that.
but it's
No.
shocking.
Caught us
Oh,
off
oi,
guard.
Bruma. Listen, that's it, Yalaran. Jolly brain, man. Listen, Bruma. In the place. Hier zijn hij. Broesa. Doe maar ritme, ga zo erin. Oi, Bru. Ja, man. Ja, let's kan gaga. Aire, man. Rastafari. Blessed, one love. Blessed, I and I, man. So, last year. If you don't know your roots, you don't know your destiny. Dus kan zien even the politicians, they're chasing us out of this country, see, because they want to see. You see, they don't want us to live here, you know. They want us to go shoot gun there in the Cape Flats, you know, because here where we stay, we got our loving from the sea. We don't need to do crime. Here we live in harmony because we love what God gave us, you know. What the Almighty, you know, what He blessed us with, you see, because that is nature. Even for that mountain, they want 11 million. And I is not even up to let them sell that mountain, because how can you buy a mountain? That mountain, who built that mountain?
Yeah, it just makes me think, you know, man's nature isn't 100% to be competitive and take. That's really not 100% of man's nature. Man's nature, as he said, is to tend to the seas, tend to the cattle, tend to the earth, live in harmony, and be
Love
peaceful.
people.
Not to really go out there and try to start things and try to take from other people all the time.
Yeah.
If you have something in your own yard, why would you need to leave to go get something from someone else's?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah.
I just want to make that mention.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like really speaking on different wars and things, but
Yeah.
I understand it. Oh, but how can they buy the mountain? That is crazy.
Mountain for sale. That's crazy.
They say we can't live out of the sea, but the sea was here for all of us.
Indigenous people, they did used to live from the sea. So, 1652, Jan van Riebeeck them came here. They came here with a docket. They're telling you, hey, how can you own this land? And the resources, the Khoi did use it. Nowadays, you must have a permit to go to sea. Where do that come from? But you the indigenous. 2010, they came here. The DA sent the Metro Police here. They come shoot our people here for this mountain.
In 2010. Okay.
Anti-eviction force.
Yeah, anti-eviction forces accompanied by the city police and SAPs invaded the community of Hangberg and Hout Bay to demolish poor people's homes. Wow.
Damn, how low can you get?
So y'all just gonna make all the people homeless?
They're already to the point of being homeless. You know what I'm saying? They're poor. He used the phrase poor people, so they really don't have enough resources to get out of their position. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then you come through because you want their land, or because you want to be closer to the water, or because you want the resources that's there. You demolish everything and make them leave.
Wow.
Yeah, that's suckish.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I would have to like really see it because what I saw, I thought they were on top of the roof. So I'll have to see exactly what it is.
Protesters responded by blockading roads and throwing rocks at police. They also set fire to nearby bushes, and it's believed they're now throwing petrol bombs. officers had been firing rubber bullets.
Now, I just want to make a comment to this. Is this because of retaliation to what the officers and the invasion police did?
Yes.
But why wouldn't they put that on the news and said a bunch of? And I don't know. I'm just making a question. You know what I'm saying?
Put the
opposite, right? But I'm saying the correct thing would be, as it's happening, the police just ran into a whole bunch of people's houses and stuff. Told them, y'all gotta go. For what reason? Because we got some people that's coming in with bigger dollars.
Right. Who want to buy the mountain.
Yeah, they want to privately own the mountain.
So the descendants of Bushmen have set the bushes ablaze. Sound like a...
Why are they coming to take us out of our houses? We don't have the right to just come and break down people's houses. Yeah. This is not bungalows there. That's not a bungalow. Go. You break down the door. Go. No. Go. You're not scared, man.
They say they care for the poor, but they don't care. Even the president, they just there for their pockets. They sit there, but when it's time for vote, they came here. Election time, yeah, you must vote, and things like this. But they don't care. When they get that vote, they come here, they shoot you again. Because you did vote, you did agree.
Here we get this, the sea life, you see. Here you have the plants, you see the fine bush. You have all kinds of herbs here. Africa is the land of milk and honey. Now they come and they reap all the fruits and they leave us here.
They say there, you're gonna get jobs and gonna going for study. Even if you go study further, you come, you done there, no job. You must have your own mind in this time to become what you want to become.
Ooh, that was a bar.
Dus ja, nou, maar stel nog op en toe die jaar, ik moet nog klom ander goed nog doen wat dag goed. What the fuck. Ay, suster, dat is nga mooi. Het is waar u sang jij? Sang maar die camera? Talent shots.
Yeah, that's why they say one love, though. They do love on everybody.
Oh, why not? Arima, there's even my mother standing over there, you know. My brother is somewhere out there. My other brothers is also here, so this is where I stay, you see. That's why our house was so small. Decided to build this bungalow, but still up until today they want to break this thing down because we can't expand. See, we're too much in one room, you see. So you can see here in this house how this house look. Even you see, it's just a one room in a kitchen, toilet outside. You see, how can 7 to 8 to 10 people live in this one room? You see, this is now one room. A house. This is not what you call a house for them. One room with a kitchen. How can 20 people sleep here? Some people have kids, no? The mother, the father, the grandmother, the kids, the grandkids, all of them stay in one room. The people sleep in the toilets, my bro. And the other houses is overcrowded. Now we must build. If you see there, my bro, Mandela Park wasn't there 15 years. It's now almost on Table Mountain. If we build in that mountain, they come here, the laws, they break down your house. They moor you, you see. So why can't we do what we want to, man? It's then our land, you see. Now this stuff, it make us crazy, you see. You know, leaders is also fucked up. See, because they only work for them. The money go to their pocket and their families only get information about opportunities. You see, even as my mouth so far, hoe liever is hier, sien nie man, ons kan nie nog baie week, sien nie man, ons kan maar so, maar ons survive. Hy is ons alive elke dag, sien nie man. Smooth, sien nie man.
The Khoi people of the Cape.
Oh Lord, okay, so y'all know we see a lot of the glamorous side, a lot of the touristy sides, but to see that one room just open, one room house. Yeah. Now we know of shotgun houses where you know you gotta go through one room to reach every room, right? Mm-hmm. But one room for entire family, not just immediate family, but extended family. Ooh, that's I don't know.
Gotta make the mess out of that.
Yeah,
And they gotta, it's like you said, they really don't have opportunities or resources.
right. And I'm speaking as a person who was raised in a we had a 1 bedroom house before. I mean, yeah, we had a 1 bedroom house and 1 bedroom apartment before.
Yeah, we
where
came up
it
to
was,
that. Yeah,
it
we all
was,
had to sleep in one bed.
I ain't sleeping in the same bed. I slept on the floor. You was fortunate.
Nah, same difference. You think that's fortunate having to sleep on one mattress with all your brothers and sisters?
At least I had my little
Heck
corner
no,
on the
man.
rug.
You got that one? Nah, bro, that's not comfortable, man.
It's not comfortable.
You
but at
said a
least
corner
I had,
in a rug?
I had, you know how the corner, I mean the rug is
Yeah.
rectangular.
You was right down the corner.
I had my
on top
corner
of the rug.
of the rug. I had my favorite corner. Okay, you couldn't tell me nothing. Don't step right here. This my stuff. Okay, right by the front door.
Nah, we was all
In the
trying to
kitchen.
get on that mattress and look.
No, I ain't.
Look, for real.
No,
Toes next to
no.
your eyes and all.
And that's the point. Why
Why
I'd
you
rather
move?
sleep on the floor. Okay. So yeah, but my grandparents were in their room. My mama was on the sofa, and the kids was on the floor. We had an air mattress, but I mean, again, I'd rather sleep on the floor.
I knew they had air mattress back then, but nah.
Yeah, so like just coming from that, and we share our life experiences so y'all can understand where we come from.
Yeah.
Okay, we ain't always have it good, but that's hard. It is.
Yeah, for time to pass and age to pass, and you still looking at your same situation
Yes.
for 30 years later, that is very difficult.
But I do understand wanting to live how the people they're descended from lived. Close to the sea. I understand that part. And it's not just one family, it's their entire community.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all on the same page with that,
Yeah.
So I would love to know, like, where is it now? What has happened now? Is it still like this? How is the community progressing?
Yeah, 100%.
They're not gone. They're here. They are in denial because of the settler way. But now they're starting to suffer. They suffer the government. They suffer. Now that they're here, Khoi is back and Khoi is reclaiming and retelling the history of his people. Now everyone is remembering not their European great-grandfather, but their Khoi grandmother, because they never want to talk about her. They're all bragging and saying that their great-grandfather was German, their great-grandfather was France, their great-grandfather was Dutch, their great-grandfather the Dutch, their great-grandfather was a murderess.
You see, they call us mixed blood, whatever they call us, they label us, but they don't ask us who we are.
Some of our people, you see, want to be colored and some want to be, and it's make it very difficult, very sad. You see, because some want to be, some knew they are Khoi and some don't want to be Khoi.
The so-called colored people exploded from the Boer Kaap onto the plains here behind me. I had to bear a name of the owner of the farm that I was working for. I could not be called Kamda Spiki or whatever. I could not be called Giri or whatever. I could not be called that. They gave us Western names. They never speak about grandma because the great-grandfather's people taught us to hate our kruiskop, hate frizzy, hate it, hate your fat lips, hate your ugly prune face, hate. Don't like it. Must like people with straight hair. So there was the thing with the so-called colored people that the ones with the straight hair was put one side. You put a pencil in your hair and it falls out, so okay, you okay that side. If your pencil stays in your hair, oh no, you stay this side. That is how they treated, trained, and indoctrinated my people.
Today I don't even speak Khoi anymore. I speak colored language. They make us coloureds. We're not coloureds. I was coloured before. Since I realized, hey, this is not the way.
Okay, now let me tell y'all this one thing right here.
Talk about it, babe. What you got to say? Bring it home, babe. Wrap it up. Put the fishing line out there, reel it back in.
The more I understand the colored culture, the more I'm confused.
Why?
And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but
Nah, 100%. If
honestly,
my baby say she understanding something, is what it is. Don't come on here talking about some other stuff. But people,
because like one day I would understand it because you
Uh-huh.
know we have our live streams every week,
Mm-hmm.
and you know our colored supporters will help us understand some things. But now like this video got me like I don't know.
I think they basically saying they want to continue from where the ancestors left off before the change happened.
Okay.
And that's why he said the French fathers, the French, the German, the European fathers, like the line between them is why grandma gave birth to all these babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I understand that part, but
Okay.
some people say it's not an ethnicity, it's a culture.
Some people hold to it.
And
Some people do hold to it. But then we also see some people that's like, no, I'm not colored. I don't want to be called colored.
Right.
And I understand both parts. I understand both parts.
Y'all see I'm distressed right now. Okay. If someone, and I know we're gonna get a lot of comments about this, but if someone can please clearly just write it out. The difference between colored, Khoi, the culture, ethnicity, please just write it out plainly so I can pin the comment. So everybody else can be on the same page of understanding. Because I'm like so serious. Some days on some videos, I be like, ooh, I understand this with the food and the cake Malay. I understood it, but now like the more and more we dig into it, and then some people will come back and say, no, that's wrong, blah, blah, blah.
There was also a lot of confusion that came into them becoming colored people.
Right.
So a lot of people are not going to stand 100% on the reason they're being called colored, and a lot of people understand the culture that they have. You know how black people get. Like we get in the environment, and we know how to build out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and then slowly we start to create our own thing, and we start to create our own wave. And I feel like that's how another part of the group is doing. So when it comes to the seafood, when it comes to the Creole dishes, when it comes to that stuff that we can relate to in Louisiana, it's like, yo, I see what they're saying.
And that is why I say that Louisiana people, like our Creoles and our Cajuns, can relate to, maybe not the Cajuns.
No, I haven't mentioned
a
Creole.
little bit. There's some black Cajuns that can relate to the colored community because of the confusion. I gotta clear up my comment because I don't want y'all to take that the wrong way. So the distinction of Cajuns, Creoles, and if you're a Native American Creole, French Creole, Spanish Creole, African Creole, that is why I said that the culture is similar to the colored community.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clear that up because y'all know y'all.
We want to develop our work to all its potential glory on its beautiful piece of earth. But the condition is that those structures must come down. In the fibre and in the legend, those structures must come down.
When she said you have very little choice. Basically, what was the meeting for? I don't know what this is going on. My first time seeing this, but at the end, she said, at the end of the day, y'all have very little choice anyway.
Yes, but these are these people's homes. So if the structures, they're calling it structures, but it's their homes, must come down, where are they going to place the people? Are they all just going to become homeless? Because that is going to be a whole nother problem.
Yeah, 100%.
And my other question is, how long have they been there?
100%. How long have they been there?
Yeah.
And I would be very upset because who gave you the right to pull up and place orders over someone else's living condition.
Mm.
To the point where you say, you know, we're gonna just take everything y'all got. That's
a nature.
much.
She said a nature reserve. So
Too much.
we're limited on exactly what we can say because we're not there.
But that experience here is hard to see.
Yeah, it is. Their homes.
Soos jy nou hier sien, is hulle net niks. Hulle loop net agter amalan. En ons word nie gesien nie. Ons het baie vergaderings ook al gehou, wat ons kan gesien het dat ons word nie getel nie. Sien, en het maak seer, maar ze kan niks maken.
We are the indigenous people, okay? Yeah.
I think I saw this. No, I don't think I saw this protest. Okay.
We make our stand today. We are not violent, but you must know the tourists how you deal with our people.
Keep screaming at them, telling them to shoot.
Open the gate. Open the gate. Why are you here? What is it? Get off that doing. Open up this barricade. Open up. Open up this barricade. Guys, clear this barricade and move.
So no condition. Nobody gonna run to the little baby.
You with the guys here? Yeah. You know this boy?
Did I shoot him?
Jesus Christ, he's fucking made up for attention.
They shot him in the mouth.
When you have people that's ordered to go out and make this type of damage to a group of people, I don't believe an ambulance is going to show up, because at the end of the day, this is what they're told to go out there and do. They have permission to go out there and do it. And why would the ambulance show up, you know? I don't think they're going to show up.
As always, if the video get clipped, the link is in the description box.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Jaren gestemd met die, want die sit net precies elke jaar op diezelfde kool wat ze gewis het. Is het niks van, kijk, ons kom uit Valley Road uit. Daar is nou net een wit gebied daar in Valley Road. Ik was al groot, ik was al op school geweest, ik was daar naar 2 geweest. So ik weet van die uitgroeitijd, hoe was ons daar? Het was bos, ons moet opgekap het om vir jou huis daar neer te sit. Ons is daar uitgesit en toe is ons gegooi weer in wat hulle nou sê North Shore. Ja, North Shore is vandag hier een van die rykste plekke hier in die area, maar ons het opgekap daar. Daar was hier ouene van die area wat ons daar gaan bly nie. En ons het mooi op die toppie van hy dinge daar, so 'n toppie, julle kan sien as julle raad verby ry, daar's 'n toppie en daar het ons opgekap om daar te bly. Ons het water van 'n rivier afgedra. Wat doen trein hier vanaand af is tot in die dorp en hy het ons elke middag na skool gedoen. Ek meen, daar was moeite ingesit vir alles, maar vandag het jy niks, kry jy niks uit nie. Ons wil ook iets sê uit waarvoor ons stem. So ek sal baie bly wees as dit so ver kom dat die Khoisan kan staan.
So they kicked them out to build houses for other people? They could have built the houses for them.
Which is now one of the richest locations. Hey, history like this is all over the world, bro. Especially when it comes to the black community, bro. Like, we have a lot of man-made lakes that is built over, you know, like situations like this. You know what I'm saying? So,
Entertainment centers.
yeah, real talk, real talk. So this how they got the people out? That's what they were supposed to do?
Revolution.
Yes, man. It's like doing me good to be a Khoisan of Houtbay, Rastafarian, you know. I'm staying here for 43 years now. My real name is Mario. My street name is Myers. By Rastafarian, I'm Ruben in the house of Israel. Every day it's a struggle, you got to hold on, man. And since that time with the fighting and all this, with the Babylon, you know, it was like rough, man. Brothers lose their eyes. And
We just thought they're coming up, they're gonna drive up. We weren't gonna throw them. We just said, tat, 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 tat. Started shooting. When I turn around, I just see a big bang in my head.
It was full of blood, slime, like slime bloody coming out of it when it came out of my eye. That's why I thought it was my eye. Because I didn't see the blue. I just saw the whole bloody thing. And it was round, so I obviously thought this was my eye. I afterwards found out it's my eye. But I'm keeping it for everything. You won't be able to see it. It's on the bottom lid, underneath. And then the whole cornea is out.
Injury to one is the injury to one. I can't sit in my home and there's other people going to be evicted and sitting on the street. As a normal human being, I don't think that is fair.
since that time, I did lay low, man. And it was disturbing myself, you know. I was in the fight and everything. I was also shot.
So what do you hope for the future of the youth and everything?
Yo, especially for these ones, like a prosperity life, you know, like better life, man, you know, better school education, everything, you know, better.
Due to my mom, she wanted better education for me, so she put me in Heathfield High, that is based in a retreat. So I moved to my grandma, and I stayed there. And since I've been staying there, I've been made new friends. My whole life changed. I was caught up in this gangsterism thing that is ruling the Cape Flats, and I almost became part of gangs, you know, and under the influence of drugs. That's also where I started to use drugs, you know. Started to take because that was like the fast life. If you live here in Cape Flats, in Cape Town. I saw a different life there, man. Our kids were 15-year-old, they're killing each other, you know, they're slinging gun slayers and, you know, drug dealers, you know, how robbing taxis, you know. They rob your neighbor because they don't care if they know you. For me, as a youth, staying in Cape Flats, on the Cape Flats and in the Cape Flats and in Hout Bay, it is the escape, the gateway out of gangsterism, the way to the light out of the darkness is the way to live a life of Rastafarianism.
It's funny, man, that, you know, I'm thinking about all that they're going through. And I'm thinking, like, if they was to go walk back in those neighborhoods, people are, without even necessarily knowing, some people without even knowing the story behind why these big nice houses are where they are now, for the ones that do know, and for the neighborhood watchers, you know, people like that, they would think instantly retaliation, you know what I'm saying? Or they want to do back what have been done to them for over these years, you know what I'm saying? That's why they have these neighborhoods where people are instantly targeted and say, you're up to no good. Because they don't want you to retaliate due to the history that they know has been built upon, which is violence, you know, a lot of struggle, yeah, all that crap.
Yeah, I mean, and that's our reality.
That is reality, yeah, real talk.
You know, as I'm watching this, you know, and that's why I don't understand when people say that black people in the United States have victim mentality. Because I'm watching this go on in Cape Town in South Africa, but I'm also reminded of what my ancestors in this land went through. They built up their communities, and a lie was told. So mobs came and you know, tore down their
Tore down everything.
Whole towns. And I know a lot of people know of Tulsa, but a lot of people don't know about the other areas in Florida, Alabama.
Yep.
I want to say New York. There's a lot of them. There's like 11 of them that I was just studying. It happens so much. How can you expect people to prosper if you're constantly tearing them down?
Viciously, too, at that.
Viciously.
Yeah, so when you do see them, a Khoisan, a Bushman, you know, whoever it may be, you instantly think of the history. And you be like, oh, boy, if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and, yeah, I got a suspiciousness, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, so.
To love the life of Rasta, to love a life the Khoisan used to love, you know, one with nature, love in harmony, peace, love, and unity. That's all that we need. Like the Bible says, he's the father of the fatherless. You see, he's a judge of the widow, he's God in his holy habitation. So Rastafari is there for all those who are fatherless, you know, for all those who are in need of a father, you know, because he's like a savior, you see, unto those who need the freedom, who don't want to be in bondage.
Rasta was come, and Rasta was help my people to speak English and to fight the system. Because Rasta fight oppression and depression. Rasta say roots and culture. What does it mean? Does it mean that I'm from Jamaica? Can't be. Does that mean that I'm from Israel? Can't be. Roots and culture. Where you at? Where you at? This is my roots and this is my culture. My roots is Khoi. My culture is Kukuhovap. Kainches Myrie. My works is ancestral. My ancestors will be at work. That is why I am in the situation I am in, because of my ancestors.
Now we're walking towards a place now where you can see the rich and the poor is separated. And it's like one side of the place is just where the underprivileged, where our people stay. And like the one side of the place where the road divides us is where the rich and famous stay. So you can literally see that apartheid is still alive and well here in Hout Bay. The Khoisans and Zulus, they also isolated on that side. So it's no integration. There's nothing that still shows us that improvement is done after the freedom, after Mandela was released from prison.
It's a beautiful mountain.
For me still, man, the same strategy is being repeated over and over. You see history repeat himself. It's rich against poor, so that economical crisis is forever gonna be. Social ills are gonna exist, you know. You see, it's a lot of stress, housing issues, people is overcrowded, you see, as you can see, how the hawkies there, you know, we're not even on the mountain, but they want to evict us, you know, they want to get rid of the indigenous people, just to cater for the super rich. To live a healthy life and a wealthy life, that's everyone's desire on this earth, you see. So everybody wants a nice, comfortable house. Why can't we have our own yards and our own garages and our own entrance, but in my place, my neighbor live next to me, I can hear them scowl. They fight, they quarrel, they argue. You can hear their problems. But in places like this in the uptown, where the rich and famous is, you don't hear their problems because they are all personal, private.
So now my people are slowly losing their denial way, and they see they are suffering lekker. They are getting hardship. I love it. Because you must first get hardship before you listen. You must get hard because otherwise you don't listen. Our people listen the hard way, not if somebody come and tell them, listen, did you know that blah, 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 blah. They look at you like, they don't look at me, they look at first at my buck teeth. And then they say, what the fuck do you know? That is the mentality of the settler that's been indoctrinated in my people. They were designed to crack and to stab each other in the back. Now they are turning. Like we elders are saying, the children is coming home now. Because of suffering, they had to go to Nana. They have to accept their Khoi heritage and their roots. You can't hide from it. Can't hide from it. Never.
As long as the world not going to stand for righteousness, there's never going to be justice. You see, there's never going to be equality. Because inequality will reign for generations to come still. You see, until the generation gonna come, they're gonna stand up and fight for what is theirs and claim it.
Yeah, that's that, man. Woo, child. When I say y'all be putting in some hot topics, boy, man.
For real.
That was tough. I mean, it's graphic, it's reality. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't stomach it. Some people don't like to talk about it. But the truth is always going to be what it is. Regardless if it's a hard one to swallow.
This was a hard one. And we told y'all to just be patient with us. We was going to do the not so good parts.
Yeah.
This was tough. You know, after I saw the kid, I was just done for the rest of the video.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, C fell out, y'all. I don't know if it's gonna be in here, but she was not with that part. She was like, golly. The babies, and we know this happens, but the babies can always be like, come, yeah, just move out the way. Something like this shouldn't even be happening, period.
Right.
It shouldn't be happening, period, at the end of the day.
Let us know your thoughts. We got a lot to talk about.
Got a lot to do.
So, we hope you guys appreciated this video. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.